Okay, hello Year 3 and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be thinking about prefixes, especially dis, miss and un. Now, prefixes have a magic ability and they can change the meaning of root words, which is quite an impressive skill, to be honest. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to use dis, my prefix, okay, and I'm going to put it into a word. Dis appear. So prefixes come at the start of a root word. We've done lots and lots of that so far this year. Okay, here's dis, my prefix. Okay, 3 letters, and I've got this here, this word. Now then, I wonder if you can remember what we call this. Have a little think. You remember what we call it? Okay, it's a root word. Okay, and our root words have a meaning. Appear, something's there, I can see it, it's in front of me like this pen. But prefixes have a magic ability to completely change the meaning of that word. Appear, something's there. Disappear, something's gone, nothing's there anymore. So if I was to put that into a sentence, I could say that Mr. Cottle made the rubber disappear. 1 minute it's there, the next it's not. So appear means to be visible. It's actually there in front of our eyes. When we include the prefix dis, it changes that meaning to its opposite. It's no longer there anymore. Okay? Okay, let's look at another prefix. So, next we have miss. Okay, so that's going to go at the start of our next word. Alright? Remember, prefixes change the meaning of a root word. So we've got a main word. What we can do is we can add a prefix in front of it, okay, to change its meaning. Alright? These prefixes add a negative meaning to them. So dis, miss and un will change the root word to its negative or its opposite. Okay? So here's my root word. My root word is read. Okay? When we read something, we can make sense of it, or it could be a word that we're reading. We can read that word. If I include miss in front of it, it changes its meaning. If I misread something, what am I doing? What's happened? Let's say I'm reading a story. I might read it normally, but today I misread it. What have I done wrong? Misread means to not read it quite right. Okay, I've made a mistake. So, when we read something, we can read it accurately and correctly. If we include a prefix miss, we change that. When we include miss as a prefix to a root word, we change its meaning. So, initially I read something correctly, and when I misread it, I don't do it quite right. I get it a little bit wrong. Okay, so that's miss. Okay then guys, let's look at our last prefix, okay? Un. Okay, so we now know that prefixes come before the root word. Okay, so here's my root word, which is cover. Okay, so in context, in a sentence, Mr. Cottle would cover the roots of a plant in soil. Okay, now we know that when we add these prefixes, it changes their meaning to its opposite. So if I was to uncover, okay, that's my prefix un. If I was to uncover the roots, I'd be taking soil away from it, okay? I'd be exposing it. So Mr. Cottle might cover his pen with a cloth. If we add the prefix un, I'm doing the opposite. I would uncover it, okay? I would make it clear, make it apparent, alright? So, remember, prefixes come before a root word, they change their meaning. Dis, miss and un can have a negative or the opposite, so it changes the root word to its opposite meaning. So we had to cover to uncover. Okay, so after this video, there'll be a couple of little activities for you to do. All right. Okay then guys, right, here's a little activity for you. Here are my 3 prefixes. I've got un, miss and dis. Okay, now let's remind ourselves what prefixes are. Prefixes come before a root word. Okay, so here are my root words: like, happy and understand. Alright, now then, before we do anything, I want you to work with your parents or somebody at home, might be a brother or a sister, and just think about these root words and what they mean. Because prefixes change the meaning of words to their opposite, in this case here, okay, or their negative. But we need to understand what the root words mean first. So, have a little chat with somebody at home about what you know about like and what that means, the definition of happy, and what understand means too. And that will help us do our activity now. Okay, so pause the video, have that discussion and talk about these 3 root words meanings, and then we can move on. Alright? Okay, brilliant. Let's have a little look at these definitions. So, when you like something, you think something is fantastic, it's amazing, it's something that you enjoy. Okay? Happy. You're really happy when you're doing something. It makes you feel elation, joyfulness, all right? And understand. If you understand something, you're able to make sense of it, okay? So, what we're going to do, can you match the prefix to the root word? Remembering that these prefixes will change the meaning of these root words to their opposite, okay? So, pause the video. See if you can match up the prefixes to their root words, alright? And then we'll go through it in a minute, alright? Okay, great. How did you guys get on? Did you manage to match the prefixes to the root words? Okay, so let's start with un. Okay, it's right at the top here, un. The prefix un. Is it unlike? Is it unhappy? Is it ununderstand? This one's a little bit of a red herring, okay? So you could have unlike something, which means completely different, or we could have unhappy. Okay, and the reason it's unhappy is because if we put miss and dis with happy, they wouldn't make sense. So that was a little bit of a red herring for you. So if we've got happy, we know that it's very joyful, it's something that we are enjoying at the moment. But changes its meaning to its complete opposite. We're not happy anymore. We don't like it. Something's happened to us and we think, oh no, we're down in the dumps. Okay, so it turns our smile into a frown. Okay, brilliant stuff. All right, let's have a look at the next one. Let's do dis. Okay, does this sound right? Disunderstand. It sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? So we know that it's probably going to be dislike, and if we understand the meaning of like, you know, something that we enjoy, I like this pen, okay, I can change the meaning of it. So dislike would change its meaning completely, which means I just don't like it anymore. I dislike this pen now. I like writing, okay? So dislike changes like to its opposite meaning, which means you don't like it anymore. Now last one, nice and easy, understand, okay? So understand means to get the idea, and often means that you can explain it too. If you misunderstand it, it means that you don't understand it anymore, you're not quite sure, okay? So, miss and dis. So, I hope this has helped you understand what these prefixes do to root words. On the school system, there is a link to another video to watch on the BBC Bite Size, which will go into a little bit more depth about what ill is as a prefix, and that will help you too. And there are some activities on the website. So keep up the great work, keep working hard. Please keep sending your work in. Me and Mrs. Baltimore love receiving it, and don't forget you can earn those silver star points. All right. Keep working hard, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.